Hey guys, it's Matt. I'm here at Red Mountain, and it's earlier in the morning, relatively early in the morning. There's Red Mountain over there, that ridge. Sun's just come up, so I'm not going to point you at the sun. There's the Yakima River, it's Bend City. It's a pretty nice spot. A little fog coming over the ridge over there. And this is our Sauv Blanc over here in the distance. Got my grape sample collection equipment. I'm gonna go pick a sample of this and we'll see how it's doing. I was here 9 days ago and it was definitely not ready, which is good. There we go, we've got some sunlight coming through the vines there. These are starting to look pretty good, pretty plumped up. I'm gonna pull a sample here and I will let you know how it tastes. Making a wine. Hey, it's Matt. What we have there is our 2019 Angelica Pinot Grigio, the first fermentation of the 2019 harvest season. Making a wine. Hey guys, it's Matt. Harvest is underway, and I just wanted to show you around the cellar a little bit, see what we got going on. We got our first fruit in at the beginning of this week. Here we have, this is Pinot Grigio for Angelica. So we've got 4 barrels here that are fermenting, and this will become our Angelica port. Our production area is stacked with grape bins and tanks that we use for transporting juice. We've got a ton of barrels in here right now. These ones are the last of the 2018 reds that we're working on racking. Over here we have a little bit of Sauvignon Blanc fermenting in barrels. Most of it's in that tank there, but we had more than we could fit in the tank, so a little bit will be barrel fermented, and then we got the Pinot Grigio, the rest of the Pinot Grigio fermenting in the tank over there. And that noise that you hear in the background is the cooling system, cooling down those tanks, keep them nice and cool. I should say, so this couple of these barrels have bubblers on them. These are, so those bubbles that you see are an indication of fermentation. That's the yeast are eating sugar and producing carbon dioxide and alcohol, and so the carbon dioxide bubbles up through there. And you can kind of get an idea of how fast the fermentation is going by how fast the bubbles are coming out. It's been a long week, a lot of activity in the cellar and in the vineyards, and more to come. Harvest is not just coming, harvest is here. So, yesterday I showed you the Angelica Pinot Grigio port, which was just getting started. Last night it was at 18.6% sugar, and today it was at 8.6. So basically it went from juice, like halfway, more than halfway, all the way to being wine overnight, which is a little bit crazy. Very, very fast. So that meant that when I came in today, it was time to fortify the port, which I did. So these guys now, you can see the bubbles, they're still bubbling a little bit, but it's slowed way down. And they should be stopped pretty quick. Fortified those with the high proof grape spirits. Liquid, warning. 192 proof grape spirits. That's the good stuff. So yeah, that's what harvest is all about. Last minute crazy winemaking. Good morning and greetings from Elephant Mountain Vineyard, where the sun is just coming up over the hill, and it is a beautiful morning. Hopefully you guys can see that. There's the Yakima Valley, and this right here is the this is Morved. These are the fruit that we use for the white Morved. So I'm going to be taking a sample of these today and samples of a whole bunch of other stuff before I head back over to Woodinville. We had a big day in the winery yesterday, and then I drove over here last night. Busy times. Good morning from Elephant Mountain Vineyards. It's an exciting day here. We are harvesting Viognier today. That's down in Sugarloaf. I'll show you those grapes a little bit later on. I'm up here at Elephant Mountain checking on Syrah. This right here is our Syrah. It's really pretty light on the hills across the other side of the valley there. For once there's not a blinding sunrise. It's kind of nice. It's a really pretty spot here. This is our this is one of our 2 blocks of Syrah. This one's the Sara Lee clone. And then up behind me is Elephant Mountain. Let's see if we can get a shot of that. Looks just like an elephant laying on its side, right? So I'm going to be walking through the vineyard this morning, picking some fruit samples and checking on ripeness. But today we're bringing in Viognier. This is a big week for us. We got Viognier today, and then we got Roussanne, Marsanne tomorrow, and then Syrah on Wednesday. And then we may take a little break, get some sleep or something. It's all about harvest. Hey, it's Matt again. I'm over in the other block of Syrah. This is the Tablas Creek clone, and just kind of wanted to take you for a little walk through the vineyard. Let's see. So we're walking down through here, checking on fruit. You can see the ones on this side are getting some nice early morning sun. When I'm collecting samples, I usually walk the full length of the block here, and then I'll grab some. Of course, this is tricky with because I only have 2 hands. Now I'm totally stuck. Gonna walk over a couple rows. This section of the block that I'm walking through is the section that we'll be picking our grapes from. Syrah likes to reach out. The vines grow out into the middle of the row quite a bit. You can see the ones on this side get morning sun. The ones on this side are in the shade now. They're going to get afternoon sun, which is quite a different thing. It's hot in the afternoon, so oftentimes you'll see differences in ripeness between one side of the row and the other because of that. And the growers will manage the canopy. This is the canopy to try and shade the afternoon stuff a little bit more, even things out between the 2 sides. I do a lot of walking through the vineyard. This time of year it's really fun. Just wanted to share that with you. Making a wine. Hey guys, I'm here at Patterson Cellars where we have our whites processed into juice, and we've got the Viognier here. Those picked this morning, looking lovely. It's about to go into the hopper, up into the press, and then over into those tanks. I'll be here all afternoon.
Slowly inflates against the wall. Oh, okay. And so what it does is it inflates a little bit.
Hey, it's Matt. I'm here at Elephant Mountain Vineyard. And I know you're thinking, Matt, weren't you at Elephant Mountain yesterday? Yes, I was at Elephant Mountain yesterday, and yesterday we picked Viognier from Sugarloaf just down the hill and took that back and had it pressed, and then I came back last night, went out to Red Mountain, checked on fruit out there, and now I'm back here today where we are picking up Roussan. I'm gonna take that back and get pressed. So I did not go home last night. Spent 2 nights in the vineyard. But I wanted to show you something really cool. So, but this is the 2000, so this is planted in 2000, so 19-year-old vines. On this row, this is row 1, big plump juicy clusters, lots of them. And then over on this side, smaller berries, looser, smaller clusters, everything. And the difference is, so on that side, that's row 1, this side row 2, that side row 2. Over here is some brand new Grenache. You can see young vines, little skinny guys compared to those 20-year-old ones. Young vines need more water. So you can see this has a double drip line here. The water on row 1 there of the Syrah has been turned off. They haven't watered it at all this year. So all the water that it's getting is from this Grenache over here. It's stealing water from this Grenache, which is why that first row of Syrah has those big plump berries compared to the other rows further along. Just one of those many things that we have to look out for in the vineyard. This is why having boots on the ground in the vineyard is super, super important. So tomorrow when we pick the Syrah, we're not gonna pick row 1 because it's a little bit delayed ripening. We're gonna pick the rest of the rows, and then we'll come back and pick row 1 in a little while, maybe next week. All right, it's today's viticulture lesson. Hey guys, it's Matt, and I'm riding the bike through the vineyard. This is a really steep hill, actually. That's Malbec over there, protected from birds under the nets, and I forgot my helmet at home. Sorry kids. It's actually really steep. So today, so far I've got samples of Lemberger and Cab Sauv and Chenin Blanc and Mourvèdre and Tempranillo. And today we are picking the remainder of our Syrah, and did I mention it's a steep hill? The remainder of our Syrah up at Elephant Mountain, just up the way, and these grapes are wet. It rained considerably here at the west end of the Yakima Valley and down into the Central Valley. Tiny bit where I was last night at Red Mountain, but not really significant. Hopefully that'll dry out. It's pretty cool weather right now. Some varieties are seeing some rot. I heard reports that a lot of Sauv Blanc has rot, but we got our Sauv Blanc in weeks ago, so we're good. So keeping an eye on things out here, and we'll be crushing more grapes to come. I wanted to show you something pretty cool. I'm here at Red Mountain, and this time of year you can really start to see the differences in different grape varieties. Just looking across the vineyard, the leaves start to turn color. Different varieties turn color at different times. So looking around the vineyard, you can see different blocks and how the leaves are different colors, and that's an indication that those are different grape varieties growing in those spots. It's a lovely morning here on Red Mountain, just waiting for some fruit. Doing some more winemaking this afternoon, all winemaking all the time. Hey everybody, Big day here at 11 Winery, where we are pressing the very first of our red wines of the season. This is a Syrah Prima Donna, Syrah co-fermented with Viognier. And this is how we do here at 11 Winery, one bucket at a time, into the press. Very old school, very gentle manual basket press. Look how dark. Oh, yum. All right, so that's what we're gonna be doing all day. First press day, making a wine. Hey guys, it's Matt. I'm here on Red Mountain this morning. I often start my mornings here because this is the furthest end of the valley where we get grapes, so I'll drive out here in the night and then start here. Today we're actually picking Lemberger here, so we're crushing that at the winery tomorrow, which is awesome. But I wanted to show you something else in the vineyard over here. Last time I pointed out some varietal differences here in this vineyard across the way. This is the old Blackwood Canyon vineyard, former Blackwood Canyon vineyard, and you can see lots of color variation in there. And in this case, it's due to water supply, or more to the point, like soil water holding capacity. Because the way the irrigation works, there's a drip line runs straight down the row, so all the plants in the row theoretically get the same amount of water. But you can see real differences in the colors of the vines here, and that's because there's probably, when they leveled this out to put the vineyard in, they would have scraped it and smoothed it out, and so some places have more soil, some places have less soil, and so those differences will show up in the amount of foliage and how vigorous the vines are. And that's why it's super important to walk the whole block, walk all the way up and down the rows, and collect grapes from the entire thing to try and get a feel for how the whole block is progressing, and not just one plant in one spot, which is not representative. One of the biggest challenges always is getting good numbers, getting good sample data. So that's just one of the cool things we're seeing out here in the vineyard right now, and we'll see you back at the winery. Hey guys, it's Matt. Today we are crushing Lemberger. Oh yeah.
There was a picture of me in there.
So those get raked down into here, and then they go up the conveyor.
Yeah.
Over into the destemmer. And then the stems come out the end over here. That's how we do it. That's how we make it the wine. And then, so then when we're done, it'll look like this. So this is about let's see. I'm not sure I can math that much in my head this early in the day. We had 6.7 tons, and this is a quarter of that, so it's 1.7, something like that. This fermenter is too full, but that's okay because we have a plan to saignée. So we'll pull some of this juice out and make rosé. It'll be awesome. Yeah, we got a whole bunch of bins to do today, and we've got a bunch of great help. That's how we're making the wine. Hey guys, it's Matt. We are making a wine today. Today I am filling barrels. Eric is out getting Chenin Blanc, and we are filling barrels. Let's see. So this is Syrah Prima Donna. We're coming out of this tank here where we pressed into the other day. Down through the pump, into the barrels. Barrels, 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 barrels. So that's pretty much what's going on today. We got punch downs, we got harvest, we got barreling. Tomorrow we got more pumping, we got pressing on Thursday, crushing on Friday, harvesting on Saturday. It is on. Harvest is on. We are making the wine for you. Hey, it's Matt again. I'm here in the Malbec. And they're still picking, so I wanted to show you guys what's going on over here. There's some pickers up ahead, so we'll walk past them quietly, but you can see here in the Malbec, the nets have been pulled up, and the fruit is basically gone from these. There's still, some stuff left behind. There's some little bits and pieces that are generally not harvested, as tertiary clusters like this guy, that kind of thing. It's less ripe, and it's kind of a waste of time. So they won't pick that. See, they haven't got to this fruit yet. Tastes good. These bins hold about half a ton of fruit apiece, 1,000 pounds. And down here at the bottom, you can see there's some fresh green stuff going through the net. Check out that, it's giant. These vines, there's an irrigation canal just down here at the bottom of the vineyard. And the vines can send roots far enough down into the soil to pick up water from the canal. So I asked the grower not to pick these bottom several vines that have been affected by the canal. So that's why this fruit's still hanging here. That's how we make the great wine. Hey guys, it's Matt. I'm standing here in the Sugarloaf Mourvedre. I'm checking on this fruit. We're planning on picking it on Saturday, day after tomorrow. And today we're picking the Malbec. That's happening just over the hill, over that way. So I'm walking through the Mourvedre here, checking on things, seeing how it looks. You'll notice this fruit is all under nets. So why is that? That's because there are birds. There's a power line. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a power line right there. Birds love to perch on the power lines and hop over here, get a little snack. Actually, the reason that grapes turn purple is to attract birds. Birds generally don't eat the green grapes, meaning like the white wine varieties like Sauvignon Blanc, but they love these purple ones. So I'm coming through here and checking on these, kind of squeezing them, seeing how the firmness of the clusters feel, whether they're starting to soften up a little bit, looking at berry sizes and that kind of thing, and of course tasting. That's a really important thing. And with red wines, a lot of the flavor and color is in the skin, so I'll take these and chew them up, spit out the seeds, chew up the skins, really chew those up well. Red wine grapes have pretty tough skins. Gotta chew on them for a while, see what comes out, see if you get ripe flavors, unripe flavors, see what's in there. These taste great, real nice fresh fruitiness. So we'll be picking these day after tomorrow, Saturday, for the Prodigy Mourvedre, and then come back in about a week or so and pick the rest of these for the Deputy, the more ripe version. I'm gonna go see if I can hitch a ride on this tractor over to the Carbonera, making wine. Hey guys, it's Matt. Today we are making rosé. Let me show you what I mean. Yesterday we crushed 6 tons of Malbec, and that is in these 4 fermenters here, and So that's a nice fresh Malbec crushed into yesterday, and here is also another nice fresh Malbec where we've pulled the juice out. So Saignée tube, lots of holes there, allows the juice to flow in and then get sucked up from the bottom and then through the pump into this tank over here. So what that does is that concentrates the flavors and colors in the remaining wines, so we'll get more intense flavors in the Malbec, which is awesome. And that'll go together. This juice will settle in that tank overnight and then get pumped in with the rest of the La Primavera Rosé blend, which so far has Syrah and Lemberger and a little bit of Mourvèdre and now Malbec, and there'll be a bunch more Mourvèdre added after tomorrow's crush when we're crushing 6 tons of Mourvèdre. So that's how we make the great rosé. Good morning from Red Mountain, where I'm standing in the back of a truck because it's really quite windy out, and the wind's coming from that direction. So this is kind of the only sheltered spot. But it is beautiful up here. I wanted to share this with you guys. It's a pretty dramatic morning with the wind and the cool clouds all around. A few drops of rain here and there, nothing really significant. Some cool light on some of the hills. And I'm up here because we are picking Cabernet Sauvignon from Art's Vineyard today, and this will be my last trip out to Red Mountain this year. We've got a little bit more fruit still to come in, but it's further up the valley. These vines here, this is our Sauvignon Blanc that we picked first, or early in August. And the Cabernet that's being picked today is just in the distance there. It's cool this time of year, you can see lots of fall colors and the different grape varieties around the hill. There's white stuff coming out of the sky right now. Doesn't look like rain to me. If you ever wondered what my sleeping arrangements look like here at the vineyard, that's pretty much the size of it. Get a little nice rocking motion from the wind on a day like today. Kind of lulls me to sleep. My hat blew off when I peeked around the corner there. So we've got the rest of our fruit scheduled for this year. We've got Cabernet and Carmenère today. Carmenère from Sugarloaf, so that's a little ways away. So it's kind of Bordeaux day today. And then we've got the rest of our Mourvèdre coming in day after tomorrow, Friday. And then Petit Verdot on Monday will be our very last variety. At which point we'll have like all the fermenters full at the winery, and things will really be happening there. So even though all of the fruit will be in, it's not like we're done. At that point we'll start to wind down, but there's still lots and lots going on. So I will see you back at the winery where we will be making a wine. Here comes the Lemberger. Okay, I know it doesn't look like I'm making wine, but I got the press loaded, got it under pressure. Now I'm doing the Farm Fresh Scramble mountain bike race. I live in Jersey, so I'm still making the wine. Hey, it's Matt. I'm here at Elephant Mountain. There she is behind me, and there's some really beautiful fall colors here in the vineyard, and this is my last trip. I'm here today to pick Petit Verdot, which is already sitting in bins just down the hill. I'm gonna go load that up, but it's been a great harvest season. It's been fun hanging with you guys, and I will see you back at the winery. We'll be crushing tomorrow, and then we'll have lots of pressing coming up because we'll have about 30 tons or so in fermenters when we get this crushed tomorrow. So still lots of winemaking to come. Very last bin of Petit Verdot. The last grapes of harvest 2019. Headed into the crusher. They'll be going up there. Making a wine. Comes Carmenere. Okay everybody, it's an exciting day here at 11 Winery because we're going to change our sign for the last time. Because yesterday we crushed our last batch of grapes of Petit Verdot. So we now have 0 crush days remaining. As you can see, our crush pad is completely cleaned up. However, we have to change our sign again because now we have all of our fermenters full, all 19 of our red wine fermenters full. We have like 30 tons going, which means change this to rest days. 7 more big long days. And until then, we have a lot of punch downs. It's punch downs all the time. Follow me. As you see around the winery, there's a lot of fermenters everywhere. Each of these holds about a 10.5 or so. This one is Malbec. Not only does it smell awesome and look awesome, it sounds awesome too. So all 19 fermenters need to be punched down twice a day. This one is pretty easy. We're actually going to press this on Friday or Saturday probably. It's just about done, so it's pretty soft at this point. And then, of course, all these we take measurements on these things every day. As you can see over here, we have a residual sugar reading. It's that one's down below 0 at this point, which means there's a lot of alcohol mixed with water, so it's less dense than water at this point. So, still plenty of time for making a wine. Hey guys, it's Matt. It is an absolutely disgusting morning here on Beaver Island. Raining, drippy, blah. We're getting ready to press Malbec and Carmenere today. So I wanted to show you that before they go into the press. This is the Carmenere. I already pulled the sheet back on this because me pulling back sheets is not good cinema. You can see there's still a little bit of a cap on the Carmenere, but not much. You don't have to push it very far before you see liquid coming up. So that's pretty thoroughly done. That's been a fun one to show people at the winery. If you've had the opportunity to visit us during harvest, you've probably seen that. It smells so much like green peppers, with classic Carmenere flavors. And then over here we've got the Malbec. You can see the wine here at the edge as the caps sinking here. This is very thoroughly done. So we've got 2 tanks of that going in the press today. Things are starting to wind down here at the winery. We've got we've got all of our grapes in. And luckily too, with the weather like this, weather's been pretty bad since we brought those grapes in. So really glad to have everything in. All of our whites are done except for the Sauv Blanc, which is winding down slowly. And we'll be wrapping up here within a couple weeks. We should have everything pressed off. So, still making a wine. Only slightly exhausted. So today we are doing punch downs every day. We're doing punch downs twice a day. This is Tempranillo, and you can see it's pretty firm and dry on the top, and that's because the fermentation is bubbling up underneath and floating all of the grapes up to the top. This is pretty far along. It shouldn't be too hard to get started. It's still got a pretty thick layer on top. And the reason that we're doing this is because all of the color and flavor is in the skins. So we need to keep those wet, keep those extracting into the wine, all the good stuff. So we do this twice a day. This is called punching down. So we do punch downs twice a day. Right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fermenters. So we'll be doing this on 10 fermenters twice a day.
Hey guys, it's Matt. As you can see, I'm not dressed for winemaking today. It is the last week of harvest activities. We're going to be pressing tomorrow and Friday. We're going to be pressing Petit Verdot and Cabernet Sauvignon. Today I got invited to go on a 120-mile gravel grinder ride here in South Kitsap County, which is, at best, ill-advised, but nonetheless, awesome. So today, bikes, tomorrow, making a wine. I'm gonna let you know how that works out.
Hey guys, it's Matt. Welcome to stage 2 of the End of Harvest Classic, 3 stages. Yesterday's stage was a 122-mile combination gravel and road ride. Took about 8 hours. Today's stage 2 is pressing about 4 tons of Cabernet Sauvignon. That's what you can see behind me here. And you can see this cap has sunk on this. Fermentation's totally done. And we've got 2 more fermenters like this we'll be pressing off today. I'm feeling pretty good after yesterday's stage, and by pretty good I mean I can stand up without too much pain, so it's good. Look forward to stage 2 today and stage 3 tomorrow, Petit Verdot. We'll see you then, and until then, making a wine. Would you say this is the final punch down? Da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da. The final punch down. Da 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 da. Making a wine.
I'm not gonna suffer.